Namers, can I get an amen? Now, can I get a hallelujah? Yeah! All right, folks, hold on. It's time for liftoff. Let's go.
8, 7,
6, 5. Come on.
4,
3, 2.
1.
Come on.
0. Ignition.
Come on.
Liftoff. 30 minutes after the hour.
Let's go, baby. Come on.
Get ready.
Yes.
Hold on to your strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hat.
And get ready for the ride of your life.
The show with no name time. On radio. The show with no name.
Let's go. Yes. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for another English extravaganza. Welcome one, welcome all. It's the show with no name here on Vaughn Radio. Thank you so much for joining us today and every day. I can guarantee we are going to have a blast. We're going to have a ball today. Today's show is going to be a riot. Un buen rato, a riot. You've got lots of different ways to say un buen rato, divertido. And I trust that you guys are warm. I don't mean warm like temperature. I mean warmed up. If you're not warmed up, it's because you didn't listen to my buddy Fitz's show. His program is right before this program every day. It's called No Excuses. And it is a master class with Fitz and his super students. Fitz guides them and you through the Vaughn method. So don't miss it. It's No Excuses with Fitz right before this show every day. And you can tune in on the Vaughn Radio app. That's right. The Vaughn Radio app is where you can get all your favorite programs, including Kyle Miller's Drive Time. And speaking of Kyle Miller, mark your calendars. Folks, it's time for another Vaughn Radio Trivia Night. My buddy Kyle Miller will be hosting on November 6th. It's at Roll Madrid. And I'm not sure if it's 8 or 8:30. We'll plan to get there around 8. It's November 6th. 2024. It's our monthly Vaughn Radio Trivia Night. Tons of fun. I hope you guys will join us there for tons of challenges and laughs. That's right. And speaking of challenges, let's kick off with our pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop
¿Te gustaría abrir puertas a nuevas oportunidades y estar listo para cualquier desafío? Con el máster de inglés del Grupo Vaughan podrás transformar tu futuro. Este programa intensivo te ayudará a dominar el inglés profesional, perfeccionar tu comunicación y ganar la confianza que necesitas para conseguir tus objetivos. Nuestros profesores Vaughan especializados te prepararán para afrontar en inglés todas las situaciones de comunicación en un entorno profesional. No dejes que el inglés sea una barrera. Invierte en tu futuro con el máster de inglés profesional del Grupo Vaughan. Llámanos al 91-133-5833 o entra en grupovaughan.com.
That's right, grupovon.com/cursos destacados, and you can find out about all our options with the master's program. That's evening, that's weekends, or full-time. Plus, we've got a wealth, una abundancia of other amazing courses at your fingertips, a tu alcance. It's all at grupovon.com/cursos destacados. Also, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, we said we are on the verge. La palabra es on the verge, en el borde. I told you yesterday we were on the verge of 700,000 downloads. That is FYI, For Your English, my weekly podcast where we look at a different topic. Well, now, in season 7, those topics are the essential verbs. So the first 6 seasons, you've got Walt Disney, Area 51, donuts, and then season 7, we're going over the most. So, same idea. I choose one thing and I focus on it. That's very difficult for me to do if you know me. That's why the show with no name is all over the place. But in this show, I focus on one topic or one verb, and we pick it apart. We dissect it. And yesterday we were on the verge, on the cusp, si quieres otra forma de decirlo, of 700,000 downloads. And I can say today that we are over 700,000 downloads. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Show with No Namers. Thank you, FYIers. I really appreciate you learning English with me. Remember, too, if you haven't done this, this is a really easy way you can say thank you to us, because I know many of you are very grateful for all the English you learn here. And believe me, I'm so grateful that you're grateful, if that makes sense to you. You know, I love that you guys are making the most of it, you know. And what you can do for us is go over to Apple Podcasts. I mean, I guess you can use any of them, but I don't think you can rate them all. Well, Apple Podcasts lets you rate the show. Give it 5 stars. FYI and Show with No Name. Why not? It takes a second. FYI and Show with No Name. You can give them a rating. And, well, if you give it 5 stars and if you leave a little comment, let me know and I'll send you something special. Just as another way of saying thank you. Because, believe it or not, the more times your show is rated, the more times people comment on your show, the more visibility it gets, the more it's on the charts. En las listas, we say on the charts. Y una expresión súper buena is to be off the charts. So te enseño un double trouble aquí. This is your first double trouble of today. The show is on the charts. FYI is always on the charts. And I think that is off the charts. La bomba. So it's on the charts. That means está en las listas. Se puede decir como verbo. It's charting constantly. O sea, okay, es verbo regular. It charted last week. What does that mean? That means, at least as far as podcasting is concerned, top 200. If you're not in the top 200, they're not going to see you. You won't be seen in the, language learning, so whatever your category is. And I have to say, FYI not only charts in language learning, but also in the broader category of education. So thank you, FYIers. And the great news, it doesn't just chart in Spain. My show has charted in Argentina. It has charted in Ireland as well. That means in the top 200. So that is amazing. And there's no way I could say thank you enough. So thank you, thank you, thank you. The only thing, if you haven't rated FYI and Show with No Name, go to, as I said, I don't even think you need to be an Apple user. You can go online now. I believe they have it available, the web version, and put in FYI or Show with No Name, Apple Podcasts. Then you'll see where you've got 5 stars. Give it 5 stars. Then it asks you if you'd like to leave a comment. Well, if you'd like to, and I'd love it if you left a comment, because I read them all. And honestly, those comments are my fuel, mi fuel. Vamos a pronunciar esa palabra juntos, fuel. So that's a great way that you can help us grow here at Vaughn, continue to grow, I should say. And also FYI, which I don't have a marketing department. Remember, Vaughn has a big marketing. They're a machine. I'm just one guy here. And FYI started in my daughter's bedroom. So anything and everything helps, amigos. And I really appreciate that. And you don't even have to send it to me. If you write to me on social media, you can find me easily, and you tell me, hey, Alberto, I just rated Show with No Name, or I just gave it 5 stars, or I just left a comment on FYI. I'll trust you. I'll take your word for it, and I'll send you a little special gift. All right? Hey, just as a way of saying thank you, and just to show you how important that is to podcasters. So if you haven't done it, and hey, if you love other shows, I'm telling you my shows, but let's say you really, really love learning with, for example, Jules Linares in Let's Get Random. Well, the best way to say thank you is, obviously, you can say it directly to her, thanks to social media. But another way, too, is to make it known through your reviews and your comments on the podcast platforms. And I thank you for that, because FYI, for example, here, I can check it out right now. Let's see. Shows. FYI, where is it? Their Show with No Name. See, I subscribe to my 2 shows. Let's see. Right now, the rating of my show of FYI is a 4.9 out of 5. That's awesome. I mean, that is, wow. There are 162 reviews. That is, again, mind-blowing. Some of my favorite podcasts, the ones that have inspired me and the ones I listen to and give me ideas, they don't have as many ratings. So I am literally just, wow, awestruck is the word, in asombro. And I thank you, and I thank you, and I thank you. So 4.9, that's a really high rating out of 5. And that's out of 162 ratings. So it's not like it was rated 5 times. And some of the comments: the best English podcast, great content, and amazing. I absolutely love Alberto Alonso's approach to teaching English, which he so fittingly calls edutainment. Both in his podcast, FYI, and the Show with No Name, you will not only learn a lot of interesting things, but also improve your English and have fun. The next one: love this podcast. The very best podcast to learn English. Alberto is such a good teacher, even here and in the Show with No Name. Kudos, man. The next one: FYI is a fantastic podcast. Hey, Laura, this one's yours. It says Laura Montruccio. FYI is a fantastic podcast in which Alberto Alonso, a wonderful person and a one-of-a-kind teacher, talks about a myriad, what a great word, a myriad of different interesting subjects. Thus, listening to every episode of the podcast, not only are you going to learn English in a fun way, but you're also going to learn loads of fascinating things about many varied topics. Alberto is a great communicator, just like his lovely mom. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and he explains everything as if he were telling you a story. I really enjoy listening to FYI, and I truly recommend it. Wow. So, just some ideas of what people are saying about FYI and the show with no name. As I see a lot of people say in the FYI, and I love the show with no name too. But remember, each comment counts differently, right? So if you could just take a second and go to show with no name too and do the same thing, even if you hit copy and paste and you switch show with no name for FYI. But I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And again, if I'll tell you what, whether you've done it in the past or you're doing it now or you're going to do it tomorrow, just let me know on social media and I'd be glad to give you a special gift, a little something special from me to you. All right, my amigos, we've got to take a look at our pop quiz right now. Our pop quiz today has to do with essential English. That's right, essential English. This is the English you need to know for all these common situations that you might come across. So today, we are going to the fishmonger. What? I know you say the word monger in Spanish, and it's like an insult. Este es un monger. I've heard people say that. Okay. In English, it's not. A fishmonger is the fish guy. It's funny. In the United States, we don't really use the word fishmonger. We say the guy who sells the fish lady, the fish guy. I swear to God. You say pescadero, pescadera, right? Now, this is not the fisherman. This is not the person who goes and catches the fish, right? This is the person who later sells the fish at the market. So we're going to listen to this audio excerpt from Essential English. And as always, I'll have a task or two for you.
Pista 21.
At the fishmongers,
Marisco,
seafood,
salmón,
salmon,
atún,
tuna,
bacalao,
cod,
merluza,
hake,
mejillones,
mussels,
almejas,
clams,
calamar,
squid,
gambas.
prawns.
Look at that salmon. It looks really fresh. Let's get some.
I don't really like salmon. The cod looks fresh too. Why don't we get some cod instead?
Okay, let's get some cod then. 1/2 kilo of cod, please.
All right. Anything else?
Oh, aren't your parents coming over on Sunday? Why don't we make a seafood paella?
Yeah, good idea. Okay, in that case, we need 1/2 kilo of mussels and 300 grams of squid.
What about the clams? Why don't we get some clams as well?
I don't know. I don't really like clams. Why don't we get some prawns instead? Those prawns look delicious.
Okay, let's get some prawns as well. 1/2 kilo of prawns, please.
Very well. 1/2 kilo of cod, 1/2 kilo of mussels, 300 grams of squid, and 1/2 kilo of prawns. Anything else?
Hey, look at the hake. I love hake, and it's on special offer.
I think we have enough seafood for now. Why don't we get some hake next week?
Okay, sounds good. That'll be everything then.
Here you go. That's £18, please.
Translation time.
1. Compremos algo de marisco.
Let's get some seafood.
2. ¿Por qué no compramos unas gambas?
Why don't we get some prawns?
3. Compremos algo de bacalao en su lugar.
Let's get some cod instead.
4. Compremos algo de merluza también.
Let's get some hake as well.
5. Los mejillones tienen pinta de estar frescos.
The mussels look fresh.
6. El atún tiene buenísima pinta.
The tuna looks delicious.
7. No me gusta mucho el marisco.
I don't really like seafood.
8. Las almejas tienen buena pinta.
The clams look good.
9. ¿Por qué no compramos un poco de salmón?
Why don't we get some salmon?
10. El calamar no tiene pinta de estar fresco.
The squid doesn't look fresh.
11. El atún no tiene muy buena pinta.
The tuna doesn't look very good.
12. Medio kilo de gambas, por favor.
Half a kilo of prawns, please.
13. ¿Por qué no hacemos bacalao esta noche?
Why don't we make some cod tonight?
14. Medio kilo de atún, por favor.
Half a kilo of tuna, please.
15. ¿Por qué no compramos un poco de merluza?
Why don't we get some hake? Practice time.
Ahora, forma frases primero con
Let's get some.
y después una pregunta con
Why don't we get instead?
1. Mejillones, almejas.
Let's get some mussels. Why don't we get some clams instead?
2. Merluza, bacalao.
Let's get some hake. Why don't we get some cod instead?
3. Gambas, calamar.
Let's get some prawns. Why don't we get some squid instead?
4. Salmón, atún.
Let's get some salmon. Why don't we get some tuna instead?
5. Marisco, pollo.
Let's get some seafood. Why don't we get some chicken instead?
Aplica lo aprendido en otras situaciones. 1. ¿Por qué no hablamos más tarde?
Why don't we talk later?
2. ¿Por qué no lo hacemos mañana?
Why don't we do it tomorrow?
3. Compremos unos cacahuetes.
Let's get some peanuts.
4. ¿Por qué no compramos unas palomitas en su lugar?
Why don't we get some popcorn instead?
5. Compremos también unas patatas fritas.
Let's get some crisps as well.
6. El resultado tiene muy buena pinta.
The result looks very good.
7. ¿Por qué no posponemos la reunión?
Why don't we postpone the meeting?
8. ¿Por qué no nos reunimos el lunes?
Why don't we meet on Monday?
9. Reunámonos el martes en su lugar.
Let's meet on Tuesday instead.
10. ¿Por qué no vamos al cine esta noche?
Why don't we go to the cinema tonight?
All right, there you go, folks. Some really rapid fire translations over there. Did you recognize Rob Graham's? Hey! Look at that. You can tell that Rob Graham's has theater training. You know that he's a professional actor because he's into the role. All of them. Tash Pasqua. I got to say, we really have a talented team because I get it. You can get teachers or, employees to read off lists of translations, or you can get them to do it with style. And I feel like all of our, all the people who record, whether it's Kyle, whether it's Carmen, whether it's Rob, myself, Dave Boys, Guy Williams, we're always putting a little oomph into it, un poco de energía, un poco de chispa. So the word oomph, O-O-M-P-H, siempre me recuerda esa palabra, oompa, loompa, doompa dee doo. All right, amigo. So is anybody getting hungry after talking about all that seafood? You know that famous joke? There's a really famous joke. It's horrible, but I'm sure you've heard it before. And if you haven't, well, this is a great one. I'm on a seafood diet. Yeah, I see food and I eat it. Seafood, marisco. Well, there's your first challenge. I want you to tell me another way of saying marisco, which is not seafood. Y específicamente, esto te puede dar una pista, es moluscos, crustáceos, ¿ok? Ese tipo, los que tienen una cáscara, realmente. Okay, I'm trying to help you with how to see the word in English. So I know you know the word seafood. If you didn't, now you know it because of my corny joke, right? Again, this is a joke as old as time. I'm on a seafood diet. I see food and I eat it. All right, so another way of saying moluscos, crustáceos, ese tipo de marisco. Number 2, calamares. How would you say calamares in English? It's a very popular food worldwide, I would say. And the last one, almejas. What I want you to do is I want you to use them, as always, in context. Well, You can tell me about a recipe or tell me que tienes alergia o algo. Algunas personas sí que lo tienen. So, number 1 is another way of saying marisco, que no sea seafood. Number 2, calamares. Use them in context, all 3 words. And the last one is almejas. And we'll take a look at those after this quick commercial break, amigos. We'll be right back, so stick around. Welcome back, amigos. Welcome back. It is part 2 of today's show with no name here on Vaughn Radio. Oh, yeah. That's right, amigos. You want another fish joke? All right. Why do fish always know how much they weigh? Why do fish always know how much they weigh? ¿Por qué siempre saben cuánto pesan? Easy. Because they have scales. Scales. Scales son escamas. But also a scale is una báscula. So why do fish always know how much they weigh? Because they have scales. And what seafood will make you the strongest? Esta me lo estoy inventando sobre la marcha. Easy one. Muscles. Mejillones y músculos, que son homófonos. All right, amigos. Welcome back. We're talking about fish, and I hope you don't feel like a fish out of water. Vosotros usáis la expresión, I feel like a fish in the water, right? Me siento como pez en el agua. Pues nosotros no, lo usamos al revés. Yeah, we say, I feel like a fish outa. Acuérdate, out of es outa. I feel like a fish out of water. Me siento como pez fuera del agua. All right, amigos, let's take a look over here. We've got a lot of stuff to cover in today's show, and we've got to check our pop quiz. But first, let's take a listen to today's Say What soundbite. Say what? What? Say what, say what, say what, say what, what? Yeah, come on, come on. All right, folks, welcome to your Say What soundbite. This is probably one of the most famous people to ever walk the planet. I'm serious. One of the most famous, iconic individuals to ever walk the planet. That is a weighty statement. Una declaración con mucho peso, ¿no? Como decimos, weighty. Digo mucho aquí, ¿eh? All right, let's see if you can figure out today's Say What soundbite. As always, you're going to hear this audio clip 4 times. You'll have 4 chances to write down what you hear. Is everybody ready? All right, here it is.
Well, it wasn't because of the book, I did it anyway. I would have done it anyway.
You would.
It's a sort of personal thing. I like it more than anybody else likes it.
Okay, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa. Wait a second. Whoa, okay. The guy mumbles a little bit, doesn't he? He mumbles. To mumbles, not really open your mouth very much, does he? Not really open his mouth. The good news and bad news, the same. The good news, a lot of people talk like that. So the more we get used to it, the better. The bad news, a lot of people talk like that, and, well, there's no... you got to grin and bear it. So you got to try and understand these people. And you have them in Spain. I know you do. Or wherever you're tuning in from. Some people are better communicators than others. Some people, it's like, yes, I love it when that person speaks. I understand everything. And then there are other people. I had a doorman, a portero, and I loved the guy. He was the nicest guy in the world. I just couldn't understand a fucking word he said. He was from, where was he from? I always forget. Extremadura, was it, I think? I couldn't. My wife's like, what did Constantino say? I said, blah, 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 garaje. I just heard the word garaje in there. Whether that means we should use it or not use it today, I don't know. But it was tough. And that was me trying to understand him with all my might. Con toda mi fuerza. All right, here's your Say What soundbite for the second time, and then we will discuss it. We'll see what you guys heard. Are you ready? Here goes.
Well, it wasn't because of the book, I did it anyway. I would have done it anyway.
You would.
It's a sort of personal thing. I like it more than anybody else likes it.
Hey, Damian, what's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
Hey, Alberto, I was planning to do some sports this week. What about playing baseball?
Ooh, baseball. I love it. But I'm not sure yet. Can we touch base next week?
Touch base. Estamos en contacto, ¿no? Hablamos en algún momento. Yeah, okay. Let's touch base. Okay, what about basketball? Do you want to play basketball?
Oh, man, I love basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. But I don't know if I can this weekend because I've already got plans. Oh, man, that's the way the ball bounces.
That's the way the ball bounces. Así están las cosas, ¿no? Así bota la pelota. Así bota la pelota. That's the way the ball bounces. I love that expression. Okay, what about tennis? Do you want to play tennis?
Well, I love tennis, but I'm not really a good player. If you don't mind playing with a novice, the ball's in your court, buddy.
La bola está en mi campo, ¿eh? La pelota está en mi tejado. All right. Do you want to play some soccer?
Sure, I'd love to play some soccer or football, as you call it. What time do we kick off?
Perfect. We're kicking off at 9. Are you available?
Sure, but I might have to play some golf before with some friends. It's par for the course.
It's par for the course. Es lo normal, ¿no? Es lo normalito, lo que se hace. Okay, what about billiards? Do you like playing billiards?
Yeah, but right now I'm behind the 8 ball.
I'm behind the 8 ball. Estás detrás de la bola 8, como que llevas las de perder.
Yeah, wow, a lot of idiomatic expressions here.
Muy buenas expresiones. Si es que así da gusto aprender inglés con un profe como Alberto y un poquito de creatividad, tienes This Book is the Shit. El mejor libro para aprender inglés que te has echado a la cara in your life. Píllatelo, vas a disfrutar mogollón de dibujos para que lo aprendas todo fácil, con conexiones lógicas y divertidas. Es la manera más sencilla y más divertida de aprender inglés. No te la pierdas.
Damian, you're such a good sport. Te enrollas. You can pick up your copy of This Book is the Shit at
vaughantienda.com.
It's the shit.
That's right, folks. All my books are available at vaughantienda.com. You can also stop by if you're in one of these wonderful cities: Madrid, Barcelona, Bilbao, Vigo, Valladolid, Valencia, Santander, or Zaragoza. You can stop by in person. We'd love to meet you. If not, you could always stop by our website. It's grupovon.com/cursos destacados. Let you know about everything that's going on there. Also, you got Von Tienda for your materials. So you've got everything. And follow us on social media. That's another way to find out about special deals, new initiatives, and all that jazz. All right, well, today we're looking at something from Essential English. It's just one of the many materials you can get at Von Tienda, materials that can help you with everything from phrasal verbs to basic grammar to, even more complicated stuff like conditionals, right? So, my amigos, we're going to go on over here to our virtual chat room and see who's with us this morning. There's Elena. Hello, Elena. She says, good morning. Howdy, y'all. Amigos, in luck to be here with you today. Well, I'll tell you something. Why? Porque la gente suele decir lucky. Y lo has dicho in luck. You're in luck. Esto es otra forma de decir estás de suerte, tienes suerte. So totally native there, right? She says, in luck to be here with you today. Just another way of saying lucky. I love it, Elena. Starting off with a bang. There's Laura. What's up, Laura? She says, good morning. Lovely show with no namers. Let's rock and roll. Oh, and speaking of Laura and Gloria are the only students who have participated in our question of the week this week. This week's question, have you ever had an epiphany? Have you ever seen the light, brothers and sisters? Well, if you have, or if you haven't, let us know. You can send me a 1-minute voice message. You can send it to alonso@grupovon.com. alonso@grupovon.com. And there you guys can find everything you need, right? Everything you need because let me tell you something. When I say everything you need, I mean, if you want to give me suggestions too. Don't just use it to send me audio clips, which you can use it, of course, if you'd like to use it just for that, that's fine. But then Laura and some other students, you know who you are, have sent us double troubles as well. So we've got an upcoming double trouble, which will be courtesy of Laura. That's in the future, not today, but make sure you send me your voice notes before the end of the day, Thursday, and we'll take a look at them on Friday. I look forward to hearing from you. It's a perfect way to practice your English week after week. It's the question of the week, and this week I want to know if you've ever had an epiphany. Send me a 1-minute voice message to alonso@grupovon.com. Laura says, and we are lucky to have you, Elena. I second the motion, Laura. Absolutely. There's Franklin. What's up, Franklin? Ready to rock. He says, hi, Alberto. Again here with you. Here in Cusco, it's 3:40 a.m. Oh, my Lord. You are a champion. No doubt about it. Great job, Franklin. That is what I call eager. Entusiasta, con muchas ganas. And what time is it here? Well, good question. 11:16 a.m. de la mañana. 11:16 a.m. So thank you so much, Franklin, for tuning in. He says, greetings to all of you. I'm studying English a lot with you and the Vaughn family. My goal is te falta un two. My goal is to master English. Well, you came to the right place, Franklin. And not only can you do it here with the Vaughn Radio app, because remember, I'm just one of the many teachers you have here on the Vaughn Radio app. Let's see, crack comedy. That's my buddy Dan. What's up, Dan from Wisconsin in the house? I told you this is a global show. We've got Latin America in the house. We've got USA, even though Dan lives in Madrid. He's originally from Wisconsin, where all our cheese comes from. Well, Wisconsin is famous for its cheese, for its dairy products, sus productos lácteos. There's Chris Valrol. She says, morning, dear show with no namers. What a hero, Franklin. That's getting up early. Here it's 10:40. Well, this was prior, so yeah, there's a problem with asking the time. If you ask me later, then it's a different time. But yeah, it's a lot later. Let's put it that way. I don't know the time difference. I know with New York and Madrid, well, on a normal, when everything's normal, it's 6 hours. When we change our clocks, it changes because we don't change our clocks on the same day. So it changes. It's like 5 hours for a week or two or 7. I don't remember. But normally it's 6. I mean, you can ask Laura. Her daughter lives in New York, so she probably knows the time in New York as much as the time in Spain. You know, it's par for the course, ¿no? Viene con tener un querido en otro país. Sabes la hora en ese país. Sabes si hay festivos. You know what's happening. You have one foot there. Half of your brain is there. Half of your heart is there with your daughter, even though you can't be there with her physically, right? I know I'm putting words in your mouth, Laura, but I think I know you well enough to know that a part of you is in New York all the time, right? And another part of you is here with us, right? Let's see. Elena says, congrats, AA. Your hard work pays off. Toma totally native. Da frutos. Well, hey, thank you. It doesn't always. Unfortunately, that's a myth. Because people say hard work always pays off. So let's say I'm a street sweeper. Okay? Un barrendero. And I have nothing negative. We need these people because we live with people who don't know how to clean up after themselves. They were never taught by their parents. So I'm not doing anything to talk badly about this profession, but you can work your ass off as a barrendero, as a street sweeper. And you can do double on Friday than you did on Thursday. I don't think it's going to change your salary very much. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not, I feel like in English, and I like it, work hard and it pays off. But we also say in English, I'll give you the other side of that coin. Y así te enseño this little slogan that we have. And it's work smarter, not harder. Trabaja, all right. So if me working, if I'm in a prison and I'm digging a hole with a pen, well, I'm working hard. Sure. Sure, I'm working hard. But I'm not going to get anywhere too quickly. Now, if I get a shovel, I get access to a shovel, una pala. Now we're talking business here. Right? So again, we working in the right direction, working on something that's taking you somewhere. Because unfortunately, a lot of times in companies, the more you work doesn't mean the more money you make, right? And it doesn't mean that even if you have your own business. Maybe I'm working harder this month, but I didn't make any extra money. You get what I'm saying? So it is a myth, but I think it's a good myth. I think it's one of those that keeps people motivated, But at the same time, you got to always make sure you concentrate your work and your efforts. That's why last month, I have a master class I do every month. And first thing I did at the start of this year is let's talk about your study habits. Let's talk about your study techniques. If you haven't seen that master class, I made it available to everybody. It's on my YouTube. You guys can check it out. All right. And let's see. Laura says, hi, Franklin. What an early bird you are. Wow. Lots of totally natives flying around here. What an early bird you are. The early bird gets the worm. El que madruga, Dios le ayuda. Let's see. Elena also says, welcome, Franklin. Cusco, one of my favorite nooks. Otro totally native. Rincones. We looked at that one. Great one. When we were talking about your favorite nook in your house. Chris Valrol says, double A, the world is your oyster. I love it, Chris. Hey, we're talking about fish here. The world is your oyster. Esto significa el mundo es tuyo. Te lo comes. El mundo es tuyo. Hey, by the way, where do fish go on vacation? ¿Dónde van los peces de vacaciones? Finland. Get it? Finland. Primero no se dice Finland, aunque pone la palabra land. Well, fin, what does fin mean? Aleta, alerón, you know, what a shark, what a fish have fins, dolphins, dolphin, PH, ese se escribe P-H-I-N, pero makes sense. It's a good way to remember the word dolphin. Pues fin. So did you get the joke now? Where do fish go on vacation? Finland? All right. Let's see what you guys had to say about fish. Elena says, my favorite Sunday dish is some seashell. Whoa, you must destroy your teeth. Ouch, ow. Just thinking about that. Ouch. Ow. I imagine you wanted to say you mixed shellfish and seafood. Maybe you were just being a little bit shellfish. La palabra egoísta es sell, como vender, selfish. Bueno, con una L, pero se pronuncia igual. Selfish. And this one is shellfish. Si pronuncias mal, marisco, pues estás diciendo... si pronuncias uno mal, estás diciendo el otro, right? So, para repetirlos, don't be selfish and eat all the shellfish. So yeah, she says, my favorite Sunday dish is some seashells, con ese mejor, but you're gonna destroy your teeth, Elena. I don't recommend it. I know what you meant. The next one, calamari rings. Eso es, guys, in the United States, you can call calamares calamari, thanks to the Italian restaurants. Yeah. The restaurants that popularized calamari, as we say calamari, or squid, la palabra técnica, si no queremos usar la palabra italiana, es squid, right? Squid. So yeah, you can say calamari or squid rings. All right. And also clams. Well, Elena, you know what it sounds like you're making over there? A frutti di mare. Oh, you want to know something about frutti di mare? I don't know if I ever told you about this. A seafood medley with linguine or whatever pasta you like. Angel hair, capellini. I won my wife over with that dish. Yeah. I had a little apartment in Lavapiés, wash feet. And it was the first time I had her over, and I said, come over, I'll make some dinner, get romantic, maybe I'll get lucky. A ver si triunfo. I got lucky. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the rest is history. But I have a big feeling, a big hunch here, a big feeling, and she basically confirmed it, that the reason I got lucky was not my jokes, not my dashing good looks, not my sexy voice. Obviously, I'm joking, by the way, okay? But it was the calamari. It was the frutti di mare that I made for her. So, yeah, I was like, oh, damn, I got to remember how I made that. All right, let's see. Laura says, I don't like shellfish. No me gusta. Shellfish. Great. I'd rather have some squid. Great. And she says, I don't know anyone who's allergic to clams. Great job. I don't know anybody who's allergic to clams, but I know a guy who starts to clam up. To clam up is to be unable to speak. Piénsalo. Como tu boca es como una almeja. What's the matter? Why are you clamming up? ¿Por qué te callas ahora? No eres capaz de cerrar el pico, callar la boca, right? Once he realizes everyone is listening to him, he will clam up. Wow, we got a lot of jokes coming your way today, my amigos. But I just realized we have to go to our next commercial break. Time flies when you're having fun, amigos. When we come back, we'll take a look at our homophones. We've got our spelling bee. We've got Name That Movie. We've got our Say What soundbite as well. And so much more. So if I were you guys, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back. We are rocking and rolling, amigos. Rocking and rolling. Don't clam up. I know many of you are as happy as a clam. ¿Te sabes esa expresión? Contentísimo. Yo no sabía que las almejas eran contentas. I'm as happy as a clam. Chris showed us the world is your oyster. Great one. We also looked at to feel like a fish out of water. And we looked at a lot of funny jokes that have to do with fishing, with seafood, with shellfish. I hope you guys are enjoying today's show, and I hope you'll stay tuned because after today's show, you can learn English with my wonderful friend Jimena Holiday and Nacho. I should say my friends, Nacho and Jimena, every day on the Vaughn Radio app right after this show. Don't miss it. Laughs are guaranteed. And you'll learn something too. As Jimena works on the most confusing aspects of the English language. And she tests your English to make sure that you don't fall into those traps. And as you know, if you love Jimena Holiday, then you'll love most of the materials at the Vaughn Tienda. Because, well, Vaughn Tienda, Jimena and her department, Carmen and Claudia and Quique, they are working hard every day to make sure we've got new and amazing content at our tienda coming out year after year, month after month, book fair after book fair. All right, amigos, welcome back. Let's kick off the second half with Homophones on the show with no name.
Homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. 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 Show with no name. The show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's homophones only on the show with no name. And let's see what we've got for today's homophones. Well, as always, I want to see if you know the words. And then I want to see if you know if they sound exactly the same or not. Are you ready? Okay, the first word is a kind of fish. You say besugo. That's right. Besugo. It's a kind of fish. Okay. It's found, well, I'll tell you what. Espera. Now we've got something here. If it's in fresh water, it's besugo. If it's in salt water, it's dorada. I didn't know that. That can make it a little bit confusing, can it? So the first word, brema, it says too, brema, besugo, dorada. Okay, that is the first word over here. Bueno, la roja es palometa roja, besugo, pargo, it says here too, pargo. So, wow, you really need to know your fish here. And the second word is a part of your hat, for example. Ala, visera, the part of the hat that shields your eyes from the sun. It's also el borde, right, of a container or something, or a bucket, de un cubo, el borde de algo, de un vaso. And it also means rebosar de. Piénsalo, si está que supera el borde, rebosa, right? It makes sense. So el borde, pues si se pasa del borde, pues está rebosando de, está lleno de, repleto de. And this way, you're not just looking at one idea here, but you're looking at, you're not just looking at three different words, but you're looking at how we connect them into one idea. So we make them make sense. Porque mira, la ala, visera, el borde de la gorra, pues también del vaso, y si se pasa del borde, pues está a rebosar. All right? Those are your two words. Also, let me give you your say what soundbite. I think it's going to be tricky today. It's short, but the person mumbles quite a bit. Here it is for the third time.
Well, it wasn't because of the book, I did it anyway. I would have done it anyway.
You would?
It's a sort of personal thing. I like it more than anybody else likes it.
¿Conoces Weekend Town? La nueva iniciativa de Vaughan.
Pues no.
Es un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés. Y es nuevísimo.
A ver, cuéntame más.
Tendrás una inmersión lingüística total durante 2 días. Un total de 24 horas hablando con angloparlantes de todo el mundo.
¡Wow! ¡Qué interesante!
Ganarás confianza y soltura a la hora de comunicarte en inglés. Mejorarás tu comprensión auditiva y tus habilidades conversacionales en una situación de comunicación real en inglés. Ven a Weekend Town y te sorprenderás con todo lo que puede avanzar tu inglés en un fin de semana. Weekend Town de Vaughan. Un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés.
That's right, folks. It's Weekend Town. And as you know, Weekend Town is Vaughan Town's little cousin. So if you were thinking about doing a Vaughan Town, but you can't get away for a week, or you can't afford it because it is an investment, Well, maybe this is a good way to get your feet wet, ¿no? Entrar un poquito, ver cómo está, ¿no? Tantear el terreno, to get your feet wet. Excellent expression in case you didn't know it. All right, now we've got a lot of stuff to do. We're looking at homophones. We've got people participating in our pop quiz, also our Say What soundbite. So let's go on over here and check some comments. We've got Daniela. Daniela says, I needed some more shellfish to make paella. I only had some squid and clams, but I was as happy as a clam. Excellent job and totally native. She wrote happy as a clam before I read it. Okay, so I didn't read her comment, but she didn't copy me there. She knew it. So great job, Daniela. To be as happy as a clam, because that comment is from a while ago. Great job. Another one I love too, to be as happy as Larry. ¿Quién es el Larry este? El de Perfect Strangers, Cousin Balky and I don't know. To be as happy as a clam, to be as happy as Lara. Lara. Bueno, mi hija es contenta. I just changed it. I'm as happy as Lara en vez de Larry. Oh, man. Always thinking about my little girl, my little baby. All right. Elena says, no, not seashell. I meant shellfish. I know what you meant. Have another cup of joe, Elena. But you're doing a wonderful job. Don't even worry about it. Chris Valrol says, there are many types of shellfish. Great. I love some squid with rice or beans. I'm as happy as a clam. Yeah. Great job. And Laura gives us a tongue twister. She sells seashells by the seashore. Ella vende conchas cerca de la playa. Oh, by the way, concha for us is not the Argentinian concha. A shell doesn't mean anything sexual. Ahora, la palabra clam, almeja, yes. Okay? Hey, yo aviso. So don't clam up. All right, let's see. Chris says, Molly Malone from Dublin. I missed the reference there. I don't know what you meant. Maybe it was from a while ago, the comment. Were we talking about Dublin or something? All right, well, sorry, Chris. I missed the reference there. Sorry. Daniela says, the seashells she sells are seashells, I'm sure. Oh, guys, you're really getting into some crazy territory with these tongue twisters. Let's see. Elena has something to say about our Say What soundbite. She says, a man who muttered, another totally native. To mutter is to mumble. You don't open your mouth. A man who muttered that he did something regardless of a given book and that he would have done it anyway. Perfect. Great, Elena. Short and sweet. Laura says, I heard a man mumbling that he has done something not because of a book, but because he liked it a lot more than anybody else. All right. Great. Franklin says, thank you so much, no-namers. I make this crazy effort in order to improve my English, to be honest. My secret is listening and reading a lot. And when I say a lot, it's a lot. Great, Franklin. You are unstoppable. Chris Valrol has something to say about our Say What soundbite. And she says, I heard a man who seems to have an espadrille in his mouth. Wow, I don't know what that is. I got to look this one up. Espadrille. I didn't even know this one. Oh, see, I didn't know. A canvas shoe. I had no idea. See, I don't know my fashion stuff. So I see it. Yeah, tiene alparga. I love that expression in Spanish. In fact, I love boca chancla. I love that word. Este es un boca chanclas. You guys have some funny words in Spanish. So yeah, it sounds like we would say in English, sounds like he's got a ham sandwich in his mouth. Como si tuviera un sándwich de jamón. And I caught the reference. I had to look it up. Espadrille. I'd never heard that word in English, but hey, it's a real word. It's a canvas shoe. Absolutely. And she says, I think he says something about a book. Absolutely. He's mentioning a book. And there's something that he likes more than anyone else. Maybe the book. Well, yeah, it is. So what you guys are trying to say is he would have written this book even if other people didn't like it. It was a passion project, no? Una labor de amor. A passion project, something you do because you feel like you want to do it, like you need to do it, not because you're going to make money off of it, right? That would be called a passion project. Great, wonderful ear, great analysis, folks. Let's see, Elena's participating in our homophones. Your words are correct, Elena. And she says, no, they're not homophones. Chris says, they're not homophones, I'd say. Laura says they don't sound alike. All right, anybody else? Let's see. Laura says it wasn't. Laura got the say what soundbite, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for her with one listen left. She got it. Great job. Great job. Anix says, hi there. Hi, Anix. I can hear you say that from your audios. Hi there. It's Anix. Lo bueno, ¿ves? Ahora oigo tu voz cuando leo tus comentarios. It's amazing. It's not just the English thing, but, you know, you associate the voice with the text. It's incredible. Hi there, it's Anix. She says, the say what sound, I heard a man. It sounds like an interview. You're right. He mumbles, so I can't catch a single word. Well, thanks for participating anyway. Elena also got today's tricky mumbling say what soundbite. Great job to Laura and Elena. Now, let's get back to our homophones, or not homophones, as you guys said. All right, the first word is bream. Bream. We said it's a kind of fish. Bream. Okay. Brema. Tiene sentido. Bream, brema. Besugo, perca. Pargo, dorada. Seriously? Palometa roja. Si es red bream. Sea bream es besugo. Sea bream también puede ser pargo. So there you go. Bream. Holy mackerel. Did you catch what I did there? All right. Holy mackerel is a way of saying madre de mía, sin decir holy shit. No? Holy mackerel. And you know what mackerel is? Caballa. Holy mackerel. Te lo juro. Mira, aquí te pone hostias. Bueno, mierda, pero no es verdad. No es lo mismo. ¿Ves? No hay que fiarse en Internet de todo, ¿eh? Porque no es es totalmente, es lo que diría Flanders in The Simpsons. Holy mackerel. He wouldn't say holy shit. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Eso es hostias o mierda o me cago en la leche. Right? That would be those. Holy mackerel's inoffensive. So I disagree. Word reference. I disagree with that one. But hey, I taught you another fish. Holy mackerel. Caballa del sur. Bueno, estorino o caballa del sur. Sagrada. Remember, also we have holy cow, but that's easy to remember. All you have to do is think of India. Holy cow. Holy mackerel. So the second word is brim. So the ocean was brimming with bream. Do they sound the same? Absolutely not. Great job. The ocean was brimming, to brim with. So this is the brim of my hat. Es un verbo regular, right? The party brimmed with exuberance, right? Ahora, acuérdate como muchas veces cuando añadimos una ed o ing, se duplica la m final. Okay? So it's not brimming con una m o brimmed con una m, sino con dos. So, di la frase conmigo y sabrás que podrás pronunciar los dos diferente. The first one, brim. The second one, brim. Brim. This is the brim of my hat. Do you have a brim on the brim of your hat? Well, the Atlantic is brimming with bream. So they are not homophones. Once again, wonderful job. Excellent job. All right, my amigos, time to move on over here. And I think it's time for today's Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee.
All right, amigos, our spelling bee over here, our spelling bee. And we are taking a look at all kinds of fish today. One that you heard in the audio too, and I wanted to look at this really quickly, salmon. Fijaos, no digo la L, es muda. Salmon. Would you like some salmon? Que también es un color, si no me equivoco, right? Salmon. Tuna. You know that one. That one's easy. Trout. Trucha. Trout, right? A very popular fish in the United States. Cod. Cod is bacalao. That's very popular here. You've got bass, which is lubina. Oysters, we already looked at. Una que es muy popular en Estados Unidos es snapper. Snapper. A ver cómo lo traducen. Snapper es pargo. O sea, so are you telling me snapper is the same as the one we just looked at? Bream? Really? You guys, you fishermen, you better get your shit straight here. Eso pasa en España también. ¿Es emperador o pez espada? It depends where you are. So I've noticed that. It's one of the hardest things to talk about, fish, because you don't even agree in Spain on what these are. Right? The names of these things. All right, folks, here's your spelling bee, perhaps the most challenging section on every show. And this is the most challenging part of the most challenging section. It's round one. Here we go, my amigos. Let's capitalize the first letter of every word. Here we go. The first one is BLACK space CANYON. The second one is COLORADO space RIVER. The third one is NEVADA. The fourth one is ARIZONA. The fifth one is GREAT space DEPRESSION. And the last one is FRANKLIN space D period space ROOSEVELT. Whoa, that is fast. All right, let's see if anybody got it on the first go. Let's see. Elena says, Holly macaroni. Careful. Common mistake there. Lo podéis ver en el capítulo de Christmas de This Book is the Shit. Hablamos de la diferencia entre holy and holly. Holly, acebo, la que has puesto ahí. Holy, di esto. Holy, holly. O sea, Hollywood tiene dos L's. Literalmente madera de acebo. Hollywood. Okay? Whereas holy is con una L. So it's a common mistake when writing it. I'm sure you know how to say it. Just be careful when you write it. Holy macaroni. That's another one. You know who the king of these was? Robin from Batman and Robin. Yeah, he was always the one saying, holy guacamole, Batman. Let's see. Chris Valrol says it's really fishy. All these fish names. I love it. Great one. You guys are really punny today. Very, very punny. Yeah, to be fishy is sospechoso. Something smells fishy here. All right, let's see. We might have a winner here. Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness. All right, these are long words. Let's see if you got them. Chris Valrol is taking a stab at today's spelling bee. Let's see if she's got them. Chris, the first one is correct. The second one is also correct. The third one's correct. So is the fourth one. The fifth one. Ouch. Almost. But you changed that second. That second word is off there. And the fifth one was perfect. So Chris, almost. Almost. All right, well, let me give them to you guys before our final commercial break. This is round 2. The first one is BLACK space CANYON. The second one is COLORADO space RIVER. The third one, NEVADA. The fourth one, ARIZONA. The fifth one, GREAT space DEPRESSION. And the last one is FRANKLIN space D period space ROOSEVELT. Amigos, we'll be right back with the fourth and final part of today's show with no name. So, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back. It's part 4 of the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Thank you so much for joining us once again. And just a quick reminder, you've got a brand new episode of FYI coming out soon on the verb come, baby, come, baby, baby, come, come. Come, baby, come, baby, baby, come, come. You gotta give me loving and you gotta give me some. Or what about, here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. I'm a living, I'm a danger. Murderer. You know what he says there? It's a weird one because my daughter loves the song, but I hate saying murderer, asesino. Pero está hablando de asesinar el ritmo, not talking about killing people. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer, still love me like that. Here come the hot stepper, I'm the lyrical gangster. Murderer, murderer. Lo que dice ahí es murderer. Na 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 na. That part's easy. We love learning with music at this house, all of us. Since I was a kid learning with Raphael, my daughter's learning with Freddie Mercury. She calls Dee Snider from Twisted Sister el payaso del circo, el payaso que da miedo. Yeah, have you seen the Twisted Sister lead singer? She's like, Papi, put on the circus clown, the scary clown. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's Twisted Sister. And her favorite song, Huevos con aceite. All right, amigos, time to move on. We've got to kick off with our double trouble.
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
All right, amigos. All right, it's double trouble over here. And something tells me this is going to have something to do with fish. Why not? What's wrong with fish? Seafood. Don't be shellfish. Don't be selfish, right? All right. Well, many fish have many mean different things. Let's put it that way, right? We already looked at holy mackerel es parte de una expresión, aunque no tenga nada que ver con caballa, which is interesting. When my dad said, ¿Quieres caballa? I'm like, no, I don't want female horse. Para mí, caballa was a female horse. Not, I mean, if my dad had said, would you like some mackerel? I'd say, yeah, sure. I love mackerel. Another one I love is mullet. Now, the mullet is un corte. If you look at a 1970s or 1980s video or high school yearbook, everybody's got the mullet. Okay. When I moved to Spain, everybody had a mullet here. It was crazy. I was like, did I just travel to Spain or to 1978? It was popular. I guess it was made popular. A mullet. Cuando lo tienes largo atrás y corto arriba. No offense. If it works for you, enjoy it. But I don't think a mullet ever made anybody look good. In fact, in the United States, there are even Halloween costumes with mullets. But a mullet is also mujol. It's a kind of fish. Here it says a red mullet is salmonete. Esa sí que me suena. So just so you know, there are a lot of fish with words or double meanings where their meaning means something else. And, well, that's our intro to today's Double Trouble. I just gave you one. Now you're going to give me one. El lenguado empezó a revolverse en el barro. Lenguado. I know this is a popular one here in Spain. I eat fish. I eat seafood. So I know what you guys are eating because I eat it myself, right? So el lenguado empezó a revolverse en el barro. That's your double trouble. You have to use the same word twice. And let me give you the say what soundbite here. It's tricky, but the ladies got it already. Here it is for the fourth and final time.
Well, it wasn't because of the book, I did it anyway. I would have done it anyway.
You would?
It's a sort of personal thing. I like it more than anybody else likes it.
Do you know about Vaughn groups? Well, I'm going to tell you all about them. They are group English classes that you can do via video conference or in person. And the good news is you can start whenever you want.
and you can keep the same timetable, teacher, and classmates throughout the whole course. And the best part, there's no strings attached. Sin compromiso. And if you act now, you can get a 5% discount for paying up front. And if you stick with the course for 6 months, you'll get a 50% discount in June. Wow, what a deal! As if you needed more reasons to learn English with Vaughn. Check out our Vaughn groups. Have fun and make friends as you learn English. Sign up now while there are still spots available. Call us 911-385831, or you can go to our website, grupovon.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media and find out if Vaughn groups are for you. More information at grupovon.com/cursos destacados. All right, let's go on over and check this double trouble, and we'll see if anybody figured it out. It looks like Laura is on it. And yes, you got it, Laura. Wonderful job. Yes. Also, Elena. The flounder, eso es, se llama flounder, este pescado muy conocido. The flounder started to flounder in the mud. There you go, folks. And I think it was an easy one if you knew the words, the structure. And flounder, it says platija lenguado. But also, to flounder is revolverse, luchar, right? It can also mean when you're struggling mentally, también. Well, when I asked him a question, he floundered. No supo qué decir. Se quedó en blanco. Estaba como revolviéndose, like, uh-oh. So it's not just literally in mud, right? But also if you're floundering, you're uncomfortable. You're just, I don't know what to, I'm trying to get out of this situation, to flounder. Okay? So excellent job, Laura and Elena. Let's see. Jesus says, founder began to flounder in the mud. You're just missing an S over there because founder is fundador. Flounder would be the name of the fish we're looking at, and the verb revolverse, luchar, quedarse en blanco, tener problemas, right? He floundered his first day, o sea, luchando, teniendo problemas, que no te encuentras bien, to flounder. And we already looked at the one mullet as well. So great job. Wonderful. Also, Chris, she came back and she got the say what sound. Oh, no, wait. Hang on. There are some other people who got it first. We got a lot of comments today, guys. Excellent. Laura's the first one to try it after Chris. And Laura, you nailed it. Elena, you nailed it. Chris Valrol, you nailed it. Excellent job today. And I think we looked at a joke about this recently. What did the fish say when he swam into a wall? What did the fish say when he slammed into a wall? Or slammed, pow, or swam? Either one, they're both correct. Damn, maldito sea, que también es presa, dique. You remember that one? I think I told it last week. Right? Well, today, here, we're talking about dams in our spelling bee. We're talking about probably the most famous dam in the damn United States. No puedo parar, lo siento. Well, today in 1936, in the year 1936, Boulder Dam, which later became Hoover Dam, controversially there. If you want to see an interesting documentary, check out a documentary on the Hoover Dam in the United States. Now, if you know anything about Las Vegas, if you've listened to the FYI episode on Las Vegas, well, that dam built Las Vegas. ¿Qué? ¿Cómo? That were working on that dam, well, they needed a place to spend their money. They needed a place to unwind, desconectar from their damn work. Su trabajo de presa. Their damn work. Su maldito trabajo de presa. Sorry, I can't help it. Every time this one comes up, it's just... Laura, maldito tiene una N al final, pero no se pronuncia. So, damn the damn, que le den al maldito presa ya. Damn the damn. Te lo juro. So, controversy happened in the naming. Okay, everybody wanted to kind of be the get all the glory for themselves, right? And today it opened and began to generate electricity to Los Angeles. So it was built to hold back the Colorado River, the Black Canyon section of the Colorado River. De hecho, you recognize the word cañón, right? Canyon. It's so Black Canyon, beautiful. I'm sure you've all seen pictures of Black Canyon. It's a beautiful area in the Colorado River, which is number 2, right? And remember, we don't call it El Cañón de Colorado, do we? If you ask somebody, where's the Colorado Canyon? People are going to say, I don't know where that is. I don't know what it is. The Colorado Canyon. What do we call it? The Grand Canyon. By the way, there's an FYI episode on this wonder of nature here. The Grand Canyon. So it's called El Cañón de Colorado, evidentemente por el río, the Colorado River. But it's located in Arizona and I think parts of New Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. Nevada. Well, this right here is between Nevada and Arizona, this dam. And it was built, this is another interesting thing, it not only paved the way, allanó el camino, abrió el camino para what would be Las Vegas, which is still a famous destination, okay? But it was built during hardship, during difficulties, during the Great Depression, which my grandfather was a child during the Great Depression. He was a youngster. He remembered it. He used to always tell us about the Great Depression. And he would tell us about one of his heroes, FDR. Let's see, Americans know this one definitely. A ver si lo sabéis, what does FDR stand for? FDR stands for Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, better known as FDR. But guys, I recommend, I don't know if you can find them. If you can, great. Let me know. Send them to me. Because I know sometimes you can find one or two, or you don't find like full episodes. But there's an amazing show that I grew up watching. Okay, it's called Modern Marvels. It is on the, it was, I don't know now. It was on the History Channel. And Modern Marvels, they would just take something. Today we'll take a look at the 747. And they'll tell you all about it, the history of it. Today we're going to take a look at the Hoover Dam. Today we'll be looking at money on Modern Marvels. Does this sound familiar? FYI, talk about a certain topic. Okay, I added the teach them English while you teach them about the topic. But the inspiration for FYI was a program called Modern Marvels. If you can find it, it's fascinating. And you find out in under an hour, you find out about a fascinating topic. And it's a great way to enrich your English and obviously, just hear about all different feats, hazañas. So there you go, my amigos. Excellent job in our spelling bee. Let's move on to famous birthday trivia.
Birthdays for you. Famous birthdays for me. Famous birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. Oi, oi, oi. Birthdays for him. Famous birthdays for her.
Hang on a second. Elena, I didn't say marbles. Canicas, you say? No. Or mármol, right? Marble is mármol. No, marvel. Yo sé pronunciar la V y la B. I know I didn't say modern marbles. Is that what you heard? Because I know the show very well, and I know how to pronounce my V's and my B's naturally. But yeah, modern marvels, not modern marbles. Have you lost your marbles? Did you catch it? To lose your marbles es perder la cabeza. But I thought it was funny. Modern marbles. Let's see. Laura says the Grand Canyon, one of the most beautiful sights I've ever sighted. It is truly a sight to be seen. Te devuelvo el sight ahí. A sight to be seen. Hay que verlo, right? It's a sight to be seen. It really is impressive. Y para usar una palabra que usé al principio, awe-inspiring, que te deja asombrado. It's awe-inspiring. It's una palabra que usamos mucho también para vistas. It's breathtaking. Te quita la respiración. Es increíble, impresionante. It's breathtaking. All right, let's see if you know whose birthday it is over here. The first person who's celebrating a birthday today is an American actor, comedian, and writer. And, well, he's been in many movies that I love personally. I'll give you some of them. Batman, which Tim Burton's Batman, the first one with Michael Keaton. Okay. He played the reporter, Alexander Knox. And I've got to say something. This guy's got a face where even if you don't know his name, which I didn't know his name, but I was like, tío, tío, claro, hombre. Of course, I grew up with this guy. So he's that actor. You know, there are some actors like, claro, Tom Cruise de toda la vida. Pero hay otros que salen en todo y les me encanta, siempre lo hace bien. But you're like, what's his name again? He's some other movies you might recognize. Flashdance. First when there's nothing but a way. What a feeling. Keep believing. Flashdance, the musical. He was in that. He was in Good Morning Vietnam. He was also in Bull Durham. You call him Los Toros. I don't remember. You changed the name of that one quite a bit. He was in The Bodyguard, Blue Chips. He was also in Welcome to Hollywood. He was in Saturday Night, and, well, he's been on numerous TV programs as well. He's that guy where you're like, tío, claro. Pero ¿cómo se llama? Second, we've got a singer, songwriter, and guitarist from the United States who was born today in 1948. He emerged as a teenager in Los Angeles in the mid-'60s. And he wrote a hit when he was 16 called These Days. It was a hit that he didn't sing. He wrote it for Andy Warhol's protege, Nico. Also, he wrote songs for a group called the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. De ahí aprendemos, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Vamos a lo esencial. The Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Also, the Eagles. And, well, he co-wrote their famous song, Take It Easy, Take It Easy. And so many others. I mean, the guy is a legend. He sold over 18 million albums in the United States. And he's got a cool name, too. I've got to say, I love his name. And last but not least, perhaps one of the most well-known artists, excuse me, perhaps one of the most well-known artists to ever walk the planet. He was born today in 1940. Unfortunately, he was assassinated in front of his home in the Dakota building right outside of Central Park. And he was killed in the year 1980. And he was kind of a guy who was quirky, poco convencional. He had that hippie free love mentality. And yeah, he was, I think, I'm not an expert here, but I think he was like the most rebellious of the Beatles, right? Because you've got Paul, he's a good boy, Paul's a good boy. Ringo, depends. George is a good boy. You know, he's into the transcendental stuff. But this guy, he was all over the place. And a lot of people criticized his partner, some Japanese woman. Now, you can't blame one person for a group breaking up. But, man, I don't know what happened to his hearing, because she may have been a wonderful wife, a wonderful, you know, a wonderful addition to his life. But guess what? Have you ever heard her sing? I'm like, I swear to God, it sounds like cats dying. So, yeah, I guess he started losing his hearing when he thought that was good singing. And let's see, we've got a winner over here, ladies and gentlemen. It's Chris Valrol. Robert Wool, the actor that everybody knows, but you don't know his name, Robert Wool. Number 2, Jackson Browne. And number 3, John Lennon, as well as his son, was it Julian Lennon, who was born today as well. So Chris got a bonus over there. All right, we'll bring you to today's Say What soundbite. This is John Lennon, the one and only John Lennon, talking about a book he wrote. Okay, so I guess he enunciates when he sings, but not when he speaks. And he says, it wasn't because of the book, you know. No fue por el libro, ¿sabes? It wasn't because of the book, you know. He goes, I did it anyway. Lo hice de todos modos. I would have done it anyway. Lo hubiese hecho de todas formas. It's a personal thing, right? We said a passion project, a personal thing. It's a personal thing. You know, I like it more than anybody else likes it. He's like, el que le gusta más este libro soy yo, más que otra persona. So here we go, birthday boy, John Lennon.
Well, it wasn't because of the book, you know. I did it anyway. I would have done it anyway.
You would?
It's a sort of personal thing. You know, I like it more than anybody else likes it.
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is... No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. Name that lyric, only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric, only on the show with no name.
Great job, everybody. Wonderful job. Excellent job. I just want to remind everybody to participate in our question of the week. Have you ever had an epiphany? And today's song is Jackson Browne, birthday boy Jackson Browne. And I figured I could teach you an expression with the title of this song. It's called Running on Empty. And we've all been there. Es literalmente está operando el coche sin gasolina. Running on empty. But we're not talking about cars. It's something that can happen to a person as well. So when we feel exhausted, como que no nos queda más energía, we are running on empty. Y fijaos, como Jackson Browne es americano, we don't say running, we say running on empty. So thank you so much, amigos. Here's Jackson Browne and a great song with a great message. Thank you so much, everybody. And we'll be back tomorrow with more. Ciao for now.